This is Steve from Boxing UK in association with Supreme CBD. Barry Jones, that didn't last very long, did it?
No, it didn't, did it? Because lovely left hook though from him. What was good there with Kelly wasn't much the shot. And you only watch it in slow motion, he feints with the jab, but he barely moves the jab, so he just almost turns his shoulder, and then he explodes into that left hook. Now it looks like it didn't sort of catch him, but it catches him right on the butt, and it does. And then, to be fair to the kid, he didn't want to know. He got up, but he looked at the referee with the real doughy eyes, like to say, I don't want to know. And that was, the referee did the right thing.
How good is Josh Kelly, Barry? Because since the Avanesian fight, he's stopped start, the bit of criticism for the levels of opponents, but he's clearly such a talented kid.
He got all the talent in the world, and I think he came out positively. And I said in the commentary that when you're up against someone on paper that you should dominate against, even though that kid only lost one in what was it, 25 fights, he was still, he hadn't boxed at the same level as Josh Kelly. So you've got to dominate, and he did. He went out there, he was the bully, and that's good to see that side of the game for him. I think it's he can box anyone. He's on his toes. He's beautiful to watch. He can outbox a lot of people. But when you get to the world level, you've got to have a little bit more than that. Show a little bit of grit, a little bit of power. I think that's developing. Even at his age, he's still developing. So I think the problem he's got at his weight is extremely tough. Everywhere, and not just the champions. You go down like 5, 6, 7, 8 in the world, and they're all very, very hard fights. And there's young guys coming through as well, like Xander Zayas, people like that who are on the verge of boxing for world titles. So wherever you look, it's difficult. But I think he's at a stage now in his career that you've got to chuck him in. He's been there or thereabouts a few times in his life now, but he's ready now, or he's not. I think we find out. He's got everything in his favour. And that was a showreel finish that helps elevate his status a little bit more. So I would, give an opportunity for the world title, I would take it if he gets it. Yeah. If he gets it, I'm not sure if he gets it, if he's going to get that opportunity. That's another thing. But where else does he go? He said he can go with the middleweights happily and box one of those. He wants a domestic match there, or maybe a Conor Benn at super welter. But I don't think they really want or need him, to be fair, to make a load of money. Yeah. So I'm not saying they were scared of anybody, but financially there's better options for some of those fighters. So he's got to force his way for the world title shot and take whoever's there. And at his age and his experience and his ability on his day, when he's perfect, he has a shot.
Yeah. He was due to fight Liam Smith not so long ago, Barry. Now he's calling out Conor Benn. We saw how good Conor Benn managed against Chris Eubank Jr. in a great fight. If Kelly got his wish, how would you see that fight going?
Well, I think he got the ability to stand Conor on his head. I would say that, but also Conor showed in that fight against Eubank Jr. that he's learned a lot, and he's a better boxer than he used to be, I think, and also he can tough it out. So he'd be willing to walk through some of those Kelly shots to make it hard on the stretch. So I think he can cause Kelly a few problems, but ultimately Kelly's ability, if he got the engine to match, which I think he has, should see him through. So he's made Kelly a favourite, I would think. Yeah. But I just don't see the financial side. Doesn't make sense for the Conor Benn side, I don't think. That's the truth of it.
Very last one, Barry. I'm in Barnsley tomorrow and you're in Ipswich. So can you sell us the Ipswich card?
Yeah, it's a great card. I think it really is. I think Pierce O'Leary's in a fight which is going to be an entertaining fight. He's thinking to win, but obviously Justice Honey, who's a world level fighter. I think he's number 1 in WBO, and I think and obviously Fabio Walley's number 1 in WBA, I think, and highly ranked in the IBF. When is a Walley fight dull? Yeah. Every fight's exciting because I say about Fabio Walley, he's the most instinctive fighter we've had since Nigel Benn. Yeah. And by that I mean when he's tired or when he's hurt or when he's under pressure, you see the best of him. He becomes an animal. He swings with every punch he can throw. He's raw. He makes lots of mistakes. That ability to fight when you're hurt, under pressure, and that willingness to put yourself in danger to get the result makes him a hard man to beat. And I think Honey has the better ability, but I still think Wardley finds a way to win. So I think Wardley stops him. It might go a few rounds. I think he gets the win done. I think he gets it done around 8 or 9.
Brilliant. Barry, next time I catch up with you, we'll compare notes of the shows tomorrow. Great to catch up with you before you go, mate.
You too, Steve. Nice to see you, mate.
Safe journey home.
Take care.